Hello, everybody. Cyanesk111 here, and welcome back to more OMG Words. This game has received an update not too long ago that adds tiles with more than one letter, a brand new board called The Linguist, where you start with a full set of multi-letter tiles, punctuation now being found in tile boxes, a new boon called Skull, and a new uncommon relic, Whale, which you can use to purchase more tile boxes with. I can't wait to see how these would all affect my gameplay in the future, but more on that later. So, here's the deal. I'm gonna do a few more runs with this game on the Inheritance and the Builder boards, including one on the Apprentice difficulty, with 4 random blockers being added to the board. Then I'm going to move on to the next game I've spoken about a few parts ago, depending on how satisfied I am. So, the Inheritance is going to give me 20 starting cash, which I can use to purchase more stuff. More boons, more relics, whatever. Pies is an initial word. Pods. Oh, I think I need to throw one of these away to get an X. Maybe I'm gonna have to do pod to start out. I'll use the S to make pods, which is plural. I'll have to see what tiles come out of this. A, J, E. I can play Zis here. And make pod plural. It's still only 6 multiplier, but I'm past the bronze medal now. So what can I do to get the silver? I'll throw this E away. I can play Wade and make X in the process. I'd get the 10 points from the X again. I'm past the silver, almost halfway to gold from there. And... Guess my best bet would be to do something with this O or this D. I can play sized with the D right here. Eight mult. This points stamp will help. Or sticker on the board. Stamps are what is used on the tiles themselves. And that was enough. 102 points to spare. We're up to 40 cash, and I can choose to buy a silver thumb and have a Mark of the Honorable Retreat, which will increase starting discards by 1. Sure. Gotta get a Machus for 2 random boons, and I'll get a Terrarium for raising the values of my tiles up a little. Gonna use this Machus first and foremost to get a Yam and a Horus. I don't know if I want to use this Yam yet. Horace will add points stamps to 2 tiles in the rack. If I had the C, I would make XL. I can make Axel, AXEL. I'll save the Horus to put the stamp on the S. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a Yam right here now. Double the rewards, but double the targets. But I'm sure I've got this down. Especially with that silver thumb on me. Ales is a valid word. Jails is also something I can play. I'm gonna use my Horus right now on the A and the S. Let's see what that does. It'll hopefully get me a decent way to the gold. And it got me all the way there. Several points to spare. And I got a lot of money. 32 from the gold and 2 from the spare turns. And here's that skull boon I was talking about earlier. The skull will destroy any 2 tiles of your choice in the rack. I'll get that for a demonstration, and I'll get Nusku as well for the points badges. Paint by numbers. Stamps on the board. So I did use a stamps boon previously. So I think I may make use of that. I'll get a tile box because I'm bound to find stamps, but I do not. But I do find a tile with 2 letters in it. I think this should do. And I can't really buy anything else here unless I reroll, but I want to save my money for anything I want to find more useful later on. Lane is a good word. Is laner a word? It is not. I can at least play this and get these tiles upgraded. Lane is not a valid word. I can play Creed as an Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna have to find a way to make use of those points tiles that are available afterwards, though. I'm almost to the gold with 2 turns remaining. If I had an H, I would make Pooch. I think it may be time. I'm gonna destroy the U and the T. And I got an A and an I from that. The A is stamped, so I may wanna try to see what I can do with this. Okay, well this is technically an H, because I can change it that way. Poches is a good one. With that point stamp, it's definitely helping matters out a lot. And we made it! With about 648 points to spare. If my math is right. Dazbog times 2 mult when I play this tile, but cannot be moved for the rest of the run. Still on the fence about using that in a formal run. Plus multi equal to 8 minus the number of tiles played this turn, with simplicity. Will the tile box prove to be more useful for stamps? It actually will, and this Z is worth 20 points otherwise. Alright. Guess that's what I'm going with. The Tarsier is where stamps aren't going to work. But hopefully paint by numbers will. I can spell Thorn with these 4 tiles. If this F were an E, I could spell Thornier. But I'm gonna wait for my opportunity. Yep, looks like paint by numbers did work. Yep, I can spell Thornier now like so. Even though the mult is reduced because it's my second turn. I'm already past silver. Hopefully after this next turn I can get to gold. Throw this F. Don't think I can do anything with the A in its current state. There's a question mark, but I really wanted E and I got it. I can spell rookie. And where will that get me? To the gold. I think I have gotten the gold medal in all of the turns up until now. Which is nice. Not complaining. Blueprint, tile box. Any more stamps for me? Yes, there are, and they are all on double letter tiles. Oh, what the heck, I'll take them all anyway. And I think it would be a good idea to get a blueprint too for an upgrade, +1 rack size, or +1 boon shop spot. I'll take the additional boon shop slot. And I got a Marcus out of that. And I'll take an Inti too for some rerolls. And free ones at that. Gaia and Skull again. I'll take a Gaia, putting it right here, I see. I'll throw this R. I can potentially do every. I'll have to make do with this V somehow, if I play it like that, so I'll have to move it to the right. And I got that. I know I can do feed, but Maybe there's a better thing I can do. F is a word, as in the letter F. I can also do death. Though I don't think there's anything I can do with this V, which is lame. I'm gonna save my skull for the next turn, if I'm able to do anything with it by then. Okay, so there's this points tile to work with. I don't think that'll make anything. Teth is a word, though I'm only playing one tile for it. Et, Teth. I can do get. That'll do something. No doubt it'll get me to a silver. Almost to a gold, actually. X. I think a better idea would be to work my way towards this points tile, or this points tile. I'll throw this Z away for an H. This can be an O. I can spell horny with this Y. Just like this. And that will hopefully get me the gold medal I've been looking for. It does. Easy as pie. Okay, Agemo, Inti, Badb, Blueprint, and Tile Box. I'm gonna get an Agemo, and I'm gonna get a Reliquary so I can have more to work with for multi. The Bulldog 1-point tiles are disabled. It shouldn't really be a problem as long as I can see what's there. Bin, but the N is disabled. I'm gonna throw this J away. Mine. I don't know if I can do Miney. I can't. Think I have discovered that in an earlier part, but I'm not sure. Can I do bomb? No, I can't. I almost have mobile in my rack. I'll throw this Y for hopefully an L, but no. An ND. Can I do this? Endo's not a word, which is a bummer. Bend is something I just made. If an S comes up, then I'll try to see if I can make bend plural. No guarantees of that happening, though. I do get an S, but it's only 1 point. I got mines right here. Moans I can't do. Ones is something I can do, but the tile multiplier will be lower. I think I'm gonna try mines and see what that will do for me. Almost to silver, I see. DEI is a word I can do. Though it's not gonna trigger the growth tile. Dies isn't a word. I'm hoping I can get something out of this DEI word with the points sticker. I keep getting stamps and stickers confused for some reason. Maybe it's because it's been a few days since I last recorded, and I'm trying to get my mind straight again. I have 1 discard left, and I think I'm going to use it on this 1.A. I have 2 eyes. There's the word bias right here. Actually, maybe I should try to get this points tile while I'm thinking about it. Eyes. I can do na and ba. Ona's not a word. Van I can do. There's nothing I can do with this ND though. I guess Van is something I'll have to play right here. The extra multi from all these relics should help. And they do. Perfectly. Gold medal all the way. Epsilonphobia. Increases by 1 for every word you play without an E. Resets to 0 when you play an E. Not really what I'm going for now. I guess there's a purpose for Skull. And maybe this towel box will contain more stamps. They do, and an exclamation point. I'm gonna get the N, the J, and the exclamation point. Paint by numbers will be worth more points, and I'm gonna sell this skull. Have to drag it into the returns box to sell it. And I still haven't used any of my free rerolls yet, strangely enough. Uh... I'll throw away this J for an F. Maybe I want to throw this F away. I know that I can spell Joe with this J and O. Joel is a valid word. Joel's. This 10 multi, this super point stamp is gonna be bumped up. Way up. I'm gonna give this a try. And I'm already past the bronze. These is a valid word, though it won't get to this multi-stamp. Lease is valid. I can play East as is, but lease would sound better. I'm still gonna save my Agemo for another points, for another stamp in my tile rack. But I don't get one yet. Nay will get me growth. And will get me growth twice. Ol's not a valid word. I can play then. Actually, I'm just gonna use Horus on the E and N. Like this. That should get me to the gold with maybe one turn to spare, but we'll see. And there we have it. $17 altogether. And we got a Lugus, we got Sizin, which will add a question mark to my bag. I'll take that. Tick-tock clock or rent. I'll use one of my free rerolls for a candle. And upcycling. I don't know if I want to discard any stamped tiles, though. The extra time would be good. Cracked Mirror does sound good, but I can't afford it for it having Companion of the Glorious Points. I think extra time will do, because it does mean potentially more cash, even though it's only $1 per turn that I'd get. We're on the Rhino, no two-letter words. Gonna discard this Q. Main. So I can go. I'm gonna add a question mark to my bag real quick. I have this A, which has a stamp. I'll get rid of this K. Get rid of this O. One of these E's has got to go. I don't know if hampen is a word. Maybe hamp itself is a word? No, it is not. And I'm already out of discards, so I'll have to make do with this. J, A, and M would spell jam. Though it wouldn't really have me do anything with the growth sticker, which I'm hoping I can do. I'm gonna use a Gmo on this J and A for color by number, for paint by numbers sake. I don't know what I can do with this TH in this state. That is not valid. Ja, I know I can do, but I can't play two-letter words, which is... I can do ain, but not anar. Aneth isn't a word. Gosh, my options are really becoming limited now. And that's kind of scaring me. I'm past the bronze at least. And maybe Jane is a valid word? Jane is valid, Jar is valid. Here we go. It's gonna be worth a lot of points from that one J. Past silver. And I can use this question mark to make spam. This I can also make with this points sticker. I hope it's good enough, even though I still have one turn left. Just barely under gold. Can I do thens? Yes, I can. It's 6 malt for the tiles played. And this should be enough, right? It is 9,666. Got the 9 followed by the number of the beast, which I'm gonna get out of. And I see Golden Axamama. Super cash sticker to 2 random squares is okay. I'm not going to be getting Yam, but I will be getting Gmo. And I have just enough to buy this blueprint for a discard, and this tile box for... Ooh. 2 question marks and an at. Let's move on. I'm gonna use my Agemo on an A and this question mark. How many question marks do I have? 5 altogether. Wow. I'm trying to think of something I can make with all of these letters. Areas... Though I won't be using this question mark. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna play areas and leave the exclamation mark out for the next word. Actually, that way if there's a plural word, then I can use this question mark as a little bonus at the end. Swaps is something I can make with this S. Actually, that's what I think I'm gonna do right now. With this little setup. It does set the growth tile up for later in the game. Throws is also a good one. It got me past the bronze at least. As is valid, saw isn't. Say... Sat and ats is valid. It's only 1 tile, so the multi is only going to be 2. Let's see what I can get from this. Well, the multi sticker does trigger twice, at least. I can't really use this J right now. packs. Though I'd rather save the X for later. You know what? How about I use it now? To be safe. Almost to silver. Ja. Not really much use for a TH up there. I can make J, which isn't too bad. But I'd rather use this J twice, so... Ja... Can use this question mark to make Joe and or. Joy is also a good one. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with this word. And we're at gold! Surprisingly. With 337 points to spare. I gotta think really hard about what I can do in this shop, because this is my last one before we get to the unicorn. Problem is, it's gonna disable a random item each turn, and I'm concerned about it disabling the terrarium on the very first turn I go on. I think I'm gonna use this tile box to get a P with the super multi-sticker and an O and a T, and that's it. Okay, so it's disabling my reliquary, so terrarium is safe for right now. Yusku is used. Makas is going to be used. Key can add 2 multi-stamps to my rack tiles, and Enki does the same but with points. And, I'll get rid of this A for a J. This TH and this J would come in handy in the later turns, but if I can somehow find a way to play both of these in this round, then that would be ideal. I do know that I can play 0 right off the bat. I think the vertical would be the better bet since I'll need the O for a chance to play the growth tile. Let's let her go. Okay, that barely made a dent, but I'm determined. Sajo's not valid. Jano's not valid. Vaso's not valid. What if I discarded this A for an E? Thiso isn't good. Maybe I can try something with this R instead. Sear is something I can do. I might do something with this N in the next turn. Provided I'm lucky. Van. I'll find something to play vertically. I can at least use up this TH and get it out of the way before I take a chance with growth. Vans is not valid. Vane is valid. I can use this N key to turn the A and P. Or no, wait. N key adds stickers to the board instead of stamps to my tiles. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's very easy for me to get stamps and stickers mixed up. But I'm playing this P with a question mark since it's worth 4 points and because it has 6 multi. Let's go ahead and see what that does. So far, so good. And we've done it! We won with the inheritance with 2 turns to spare this round. Terrarium, Silver Thumb, Reliquary, Paint by Numbers, and Extra Time. If that's what they're called, I can't seem to see the descriptions when I hover over the relics, but let's go ahead and go into endless mode, shall we? Got a gold medal from this boss fight. And Number Wang. I have $20 with $1 to spare. You know what? I think I'm gonna take the risk. I'll sell Extra Time for Number Wang. And I'll see what that does. And I'll take Horus too. Round 11 of Infinity, here we go. I can make Ooze. With the tiles I see here. It would give my wild card some value at least. Exactly 2 tiles is what I need for the Number Wang to take effect. Zoe. Zor's not valid. Huh. Rio's not valid. I think I'm gonna throw this I for an AT. Reto is valid, though I'm not sure if there are any words that are valid that come before the R. Leto is not valid. I think I'm gonna do Reto up here, so I can still have a chance to use this growth to my advantage. Okay, it should still be 2 tiles. Yep, it is. Rid is something I can do. Gonna do a Horus on this D and... hold on. Yeah, I can do one on this L. That's in my rack. Let's see what this'll do. Okay, 1 turn left, but I can play the Z. No, I can't. Me, I can play. Lee, I can play here. I'll discard the Z for an N. I'll have to discard this M for something better. Can I do Yi? No, I can't. Lee's valid. So this J. There's an exclamation mark, but it's a bit late for that. I'll throw this Y for a Q. I may have to throw this N out for an R. Ew. This is nasty. I don't think I'm gonna get out of this round alive, folks. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'm getting out of this round alive. But I can try Lee and... yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got, folks. Yeah, that's all I got. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded that extra turns relic for the number wang, I think it was. But that's the inheritance for you guys. We've unlocked the Almighty Dollar for beating the inheritance, the Fanatic for beating the inheritance, the Impatient for beating the inheritance, and that's all the unlocks. Wow. That's a bit of unlocking I did right there. So, yeah. That is pretty much going to do it for this part. I still have a plan for doing the builder, which will get me a relic, and it's a random rare relic, but targets are higher. I am a little concerned about the higher targets potentially affecting Crocodile and I think Serpent. Both bosses, I believe, will raise your targets even higher, as if they weren't high enough already. But I'll hopefully have a game plan ready for when I'm ready to continue recording, and when the time comes for me to do that board. So, until I'm ready for that to happen, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!